Are we doing good? And we welcome you to the Mountaineer Hockey Network here for the women's D2 game. Joined here, I'm Andrew Kakey with my good friend Ian Murray, ready for this game coming at you in just about 6 minutes. What are we going to be looking for in this game as the women are on a 5-game win streak right now?
Yeah, women are on a 5-game win streak. You know, they kind of turn it around. They start off the year 0-3, and now you've won 5 in a row, making your record 5-3. You have 4-8 Robert Morris Colonials team on the other end there, so they've been a bit of a rough go maybe of it here lately, but we'll see what can happen here, as I believe they are actually a 3-game losing streak. So we'll see kind of what happens in this game, but you look for Kylie McKenzie, you look for McKenna Kelly and stuff with that speed to be able to skate around at these Robert Morris players and get pucks on net there, and you look for strong goaltending out of the Mountaineers in this one.
Yeah, 100% agree. The goaltending's always been a big thing, but I think it's been very, very strong this year with the tandem in net right now, and they're going to look to continue that with this game. Get shots on net, you got to win the board battles, and you want to have clean transitions through the neutral zone. That's going to be the key for the game today. Anything else that you're going to be looking for?
No, I mean, not a lot. Just make sure you stay out of the box, keep it even strength there. You got to win those 50-50 battles.
Yeah.
You got to be able to win them, everything, and just like we were saying in the D2 game, limit the mistakes and capitalize on Robert Morris's mistakes, and that is going to be the recipe for success in this game.
Well, we'll see how that goes coming up in just under 5 minutes to go till puck drop. We'll see you then.
pleasant good evening, and we welcome you into the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion here at Milan Park. I'm Ian Murray. This is Rich Perfect. We are in this beautiful new rink here, Richard, and they are heading to center ice. The jerseys are on, the skates are laced, the puck is down. They can run, and they score, and he starts on that one.
They're going to be coming over the full head of steam. Rips the shot, back door, they score! Shooting, he scores!
The refs are trying to get involved.
Holding on to it, fire scores! Gets it up to Ferran in front of the net, backhanded try, and it trickles in! Ferrero, around call, Ferrero, and it won't score! The shot from kind of rebound for Shriver, Bernier!
And we welcome you back up to the booth here at the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. Moments away from puck drop here as your West Virginia Mountaineers going to be taking on the Robert Morris Colonials here. As we said in our pregame, Robert Morris with a 4-8 record. They've been floundering a little bit so far in the season. Meanwhile, on your other hand, your home team, the Mountaineers, 5-game winning streak right now after a bit of a rocky start to their season. So keep on the lookout for that. You've got number 28 in net for the Mountaineers, Caitlin Porter. She's been quite fantastic this year for the Mountaineers, as is goaltending as a whole for this women's team. So keep an eye out for that and a strong game from her. On the other hand, always keep your eye out for number 61, Kylie McKenzie. She's fantastic out there, to say the least. Real great speed, hard shot. This women's team seems like they're able to put the puck in the net like no one's business. And here we are. Referee's getting ready. Center's coming up to the dot. In net for RMU is Kirsten Lalone. She's got a 900 save percentage right on with a 294 goals against as we are underway here. It's going to be number 21 for Robert Morris taking possession of the puck right there. She's going to ring that around the net. It's going to be scooped up, left behind the net. Loose out in front. It's going to hop around and then get whacked at. Still held in, and then here come the Mountaineers taking this one out of the zone. That's number 4, Danik again. It's going to be turned over along the boards, shuffled at, and then played up there. Robert Morris on the attack. They're going to bring this one outside. They're going to dump that one along the bottom, and then it's going to be rung right up back around. And it's going to be going all the way out to neutral ice, giving chase, and it's going to be played up to the Robert Morris, number 7. That's Jocelyn Fila, and then it's going to be scooped up back again by the Mountaineers. Loose out in the neutral zone. It's going to be scooped up once again. Rimmed up along the boards. Kylie McKenzie's going to grab that one, play it to her partner. Jostled that in the neutral zone and then whacked back in. And that will not get called for icing. Hollinsworth plays it down along the board, then it's going to get played right back to her. That's going to be scooped up and put to the side of the net and then rung right back up along the boards. McKenzie giving pressure. It's going to go back right to her. She's going to try and get this one out. And then dumped right back in as Hollinsworth going to chase that one down again. Mountaineers hemmed in their own zone a little bit, trying to get some possession outside of the defensive zone. That one's going to be blocked by another fellow RMU player. And then that's going to get thrown on net wide. It hit a body and then goes to the corner. That one's going to be hit away by Lucy Hollinsworth. Pardon me, no, not Lucy Hollinsworth. That's Caitlin Porter. Just whacked that one away. And now it's going to be scooped up. RMU heading off for a change. Mountaineers have a little bit of time and space to get this one out, set up in their own end. That one's going to be batted in by Kylie McKenzie. She's going to head off for a change. Crab's going to give pressure to it. It's going to be rimmed along the other side of the boards, though. That one's going to be whacked at by McKenna Kelly. And played all the way down, and that's going to get called for icing. First stoppage of the game right there. 17:44 left in the first period. RMU with some good pressure on the Mountaineers thus far, but Mountaineers have an offensive zone face-off. That's going to be taken by number 89, Gwen Lebert. That one's going to be won by Lebert and then played back to the point. Put that one on net. That one got caught with the stick. It's going to be scooped up by the RMU player. She's going to dump that one out. It actually hit Lebert, I believe, and then it's going to stay in the zone. RMU's now going to take that one out cleanly. That's number 18. Number 18. That will be Antonia Valeri. That one's going to be scooped up along the back boards by RMU and then taken away. Nice defensive play there behind the net. Banked along the boards and then whacked out of the zone. Mountaineers get that one out and then shoved down there. That was Anderson that got pushed down. Played back in. That one went through the legs. Trying to get out of the defensive zone here. It's going to be scooped up by McKenna Kelly. She's got some speed with her. She's going to dump that one in and then give chase to it. It's going to be scooped up by the RMU defender and then board battle here trying to come up with possession as West Virginia's going to go off for a partial change. Played back up to the point. O'Donnell's calling for it. It's going to come to her at the point. She's going to put that one on net looking for a body, and I believe that one hit a Mountaineer. And then rimmed along the boards. RMU takes possession of it. Played out. It's going to be taken at the point. It's going to be put back in just a little bit wide of the net. RMU dangerous cross crease pass. That's going to be kept in by the Mountaineers. Nice job there. Jabbed at. Now that one's going to just come out of the zone. And then regained by the Mountaineers. They're going to put that one back in. RMU going off for a partial change as well. O'Donnell's going to chase this one down. And that's actually going to be icing. Thoughts in the first 4 minutes of the game, partner?
Yeah, I mean, not much has really happened. It's kind of been a between the blue line type battle game. Is no team has really sustained any sort of offensive pressure.
Yeah, just got to look to get a couple more shots on net here as Kylie Crabb's going to be the one to take this face-off coming up. Another big offensive zone face-off for the Mountaineers early on. Have an opportunity to win this one, but it's going to be just lost by – it's going to be lost, and then it's going to be scooped up by RMU. They're going to jab at this one, and then RMU's going to skate this one cleanly out. Here comes number 21. And it's going to be neutral zone pass got picked off, and then it's going to be dumped back in by RMU. They're going to give chase to it, but that's going to be Sydney Hewitt that's going to track that one down first. She's going to try and skate this one out, just trying to catch up to it, and then couldn't quite do that, but got bailed out by her teammate there. RMU holds possession in their defensive zone. And then a nice pass pick off by Hewitt. She's going to dance through. Nice play there. Shot on net just wide there. Really nice play by Hewitt. Dance through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone right there. Get a nice shot that just went wide of the net. And then Kylie Crabb's going to try and maintain zone possession on this one. RMU player is going to let that one trickle out. And then here they come on the rush. That one's going to be just in front. West Virginia's going to rim that one along the boards. And then with speed, here comes West Virginia. Kylie McKenzie's going to try and chase that one down. Didn't have a teammate to grab that one. And then a nice job defensively there on the forecheck. And then that one's going to be covered up by Lalone.
Yeah, you can see now West Virginia seem to start to get their legs a bit underneath of them here. As they're starting to sustain some more zone pressure here on the Colonials.
I agree with you there. They're definitely getting some more offensive zone pressure. They're looking to speed things up a little bit. O'Donnell's going to play that one, and then it's going to be rimmed back along the boards. Nice between the legs, but couldn't quite find anyone there. It's going to be scooped up by number 13, Madeline Berg. Battling for it here are the Mountaineers. They're going to look to put that one up to the point. O'Donnell's going to try and put that one on net. Find a deflection. That one just went wide. That one was nice. It got through everyone and then just went wide of the net. But here we go. Here come the Colonials. That one's going to be flipped on net. It's going to go well high. Porter didn't even want to bother with that one. And then that one's going to be played back to the RMU, the captain. And then that one should go all the way down for icing. Yep, it sure will. And so the Mountaineers are going to have an offensive zone face-off here. Try and capitalize on anything. Coming up on the face-off. It's going to be number 4, Danica again. That's going to take this one for the Mountaineers, and she's going to just lose possession of that one. RMU's going to skate this one out. Look to play a through pass there. It's number 13, Madeline Berg. She's going to give that one chasing. Funny bounce there. That one went just in front of the net. And then a nice pass there. Went through a couple people. Here's Katie Quirin coming on with the puck. She's going to skate that one wide off the side of the net and then loose. And it's going to be covered up there by Lalone. But a nice opportunity there. Just a play that kind of generated out of nothing. The puck trickled through the Mountaineer defensive zone and then led to a good chance there. Lalone's able to cover that one up, and then it's going to be Ginn that's going to take this face-off again. That one's going to be won by Ginn. Nice job there. That one's going to be whacked down, and then a nice job to keep it in the zone there as it's hopping along the boards and then played to the other side. Quirin's going to hold this puck behind the net. She's going to take it, fights off a defender. She's going to bring this one all the way back around, look to play it back up to the point. That one's going to be shot on net. It's going to hit a Colonial, and then it's going to be loose and then whacked at by Quirin once again. She's had a good shift. Lots of puck possession for her. That one's going to come up to Hewitt. She's got time and space, and that one goes almost headhunting there. Pass to the slot, blocked by the Colonials. They're going to look to get this one out. They've been hemmed in their own defensive zone. They probably want to try and get off for a change. That one's going to be scooped up by number 8. That's Bree Medved, pardon me. Hewitt's going to hold possession, though, and that one's going to get shot on net just a bit wide, but Lalone is going to cover that one up, get a stoppage. It's going to be another offensive zone face-off for the Mountaineers. I just realized, partner, I think we have a set of sisters on the team. We have Bree Medved and Bailey Medved.
Yep. over there on the Colonials bench.
Reminds me of our D3 brothers, the Katana twins, or not twins, pardon me, but Katana brothers on our men's D3 team. Back to play here. The Colonials are going to skate this one out. Nice pass there. They have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Poked at, jabbed at, and then a nice save there by Porter. She's going to put that one wide. Colonials are going to try and scoop that one up again. It's going to be held, though, by the Colonials. That one's going to get shot on net, and then Porter is going to cover that one up. Colonials were coming in on that one. A little bit of crash in the net, but they let Porter know that was not intentional. No ill intentions there, as Porter's going to scoop that one up, cover it, and then we'll have a defensive zone face-off here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. I mean, honestly, that was probably the most dangerous chance Robert Morris has had all game.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to wait and this long for a chance of that caliber, you're doing something right for the Mountaineers. And Porter's looked strong in the chances that she's seen this game. She looks comfortable in net. West Virginia's just got to make sure they keep putting shots on net. West Virginia's now going to try and get this one out. It's going to be rimmed up to McKenzie, and then a nice pass out of the zone. Just couldn't reach it with Kylie Crabb. It's going to get turned over in transition. Kylie McKenzie's going to grab this one, though. Looked like she got whacked a little bit there, but West Virginia's going to hold on to the puck regardless. It's going to come back to Crabb. Nice move there. She's going to look to put a shot on net. Just wide that one was. She tried to go block her side on Lalone. Still held in the zone by Hewitt, and then that one's going to be whacked out. Nice play through transition by the Mountaineers. It looked like they had really good speed. Colonials pressuring there, and there's going to be a penalty on them. That's going to be number 19, Taylor Plunkard, heading to the box, I believe, for what is a hook.
Yeah, you saw that one coming there, and job there by Kelly to kind of
a trip, pardon me.
Kind of battle it off and then draw that penalty there.
Yep, 100%.
So now West Virginia, with basically all the pressure here early, is going to be up a man.
LeBert's going to step in to take this draw. Big face-off could lead to some good things for the Mountaineers here. It's going to be a neutrally won draw, but it's going to squirt out to the Colonials, and then Porter's going to stop that one and play it to her teammate. Patton's going to scoop this one up. Nice job there to evade the pressure, and then she's going to skate this one out through past the neutral zone up to, not LeBert. That one's going to get whacked out. The pass was intended for LeBert. Porter's going to stop this one just to the side of the net. She's got to hustle back to the goal. A little confusion on what to do with that puck there. It's going to be a board battle now. West Mountaineers come out with it, and then it's going to be chased down, but the Colonials are going to get to it first. They're going to dump that one in. It's going to be delayed offsides. Colonials have to tag up. Gives the Mountaineers time as they're going out for a change. They can use this to their advantage if they hurry. But that one's going to be missed pass there by Quirin, and it's going to head out. Porter's going to whack that one to the side once again. Nice pass there through the neutral zone. Kylie Crabb's going to take this one, looking for options. West Virginia's caught in a bit of a change right now, so she only has one other person on the ice as an option. O'Hagan's going to pick this one up behind the net, play it back around. And then it's going to be scooped up by the Colonials. Nice job by O'Donnell there. Nifty move along the blue line. Nice job to hold that one, and it's going to be played along the boards, and then back to O'Donnell. She's going to look to put that one right in front of the net, and then a little bit of a missed pass. Couldn't quite hold on to that one. O'Donnell's going to give pressure, try and keep this one in the zone, but it's going to squirt out. O'Donnell's going to get pressured now, and then she's going to play it over to her defensive partner. That's number 17, Sydney Hewitt. Played up to Crabb, and then Mackenzie's going to take this one. She's got options along her other side. Crabb's going to take this one. Little drop pass, and that one just goes wide. Really nice play there. Played back in front of the net. It's loose, and then it's going to get whacked out. Power play coming to an end here as the Colonials are back to full strength. O'Donnell's going to get pressured. She's going to evade the pressure there, and then she's going to play it to Crabb as the Mountaineers take over in the offensive zone. That one's going to be dumped out. West Virginia only has really one defender out there right now. That's going to be number 10 for the Colonials. That one's going to get played in front of the net. No one is home. Colonials going to scoop that one up on the blue line. Shot there was blocked and then played out. And then here we go. Mackenzie's got a break. She can catch up to it. Oh, and a nice stick check there by Lalone. She kind of got the feet within Mackenzie's stick right there. Not much she can do about that, but that one is going to be kept in. Patton's going to put that shot on net, just goes wide. Mountaineers going to look to hold this one. That's Hollinsworth that's going to whack that one back down, and then that one's going to actually come back out of the Mountaineer offensive zone. They've got to get back on D. Patton's going to be able there to cover and then scoop this one up. Now Hollinsworth is going to take this one. Pass intended to go through the neutral zone was broken up. Quirin's going to give cover as the Colonials player got her feet tied up, and then that one's going to get played down to number 21. Colonials going to grab this one behind the net, looking for a pass, but it's going to be picked off by the Mountaineers. And then a nice through pass there, but couldn't quite catch up to it. Colonials are going to hold this one, look to get it out. Stuck in the feet here of some players. Looking to move this puck out. It's going to come to the Colonials and just come out, but a nice job by Hewitt to not lose possession of that puck fully. Mountaineers going to head off for a change. Colonials now in transition. They're going to lose that one. It's going to come all the way into the Mountaineer defensive zone, but it's going to be scooped up by Hewitt. She's going to grab this one, stop on a dime, and then try and evade the Colonials, but couldn't quite get out of the pressure there. Quirin's going to now grab this puck and then play it along the boards. Attempted shot stopped there. And now Quirin's going to try and grab this one again. That puck's going to come out of the neutral zone. That should be a trip. Yes, it is. Mountaineers going to have a delay penalty on the Colonials. Puck whacked aside. Mountaineers still have coverage, and then they've got 6 men out on the ice now, and now it's going to be covered. We have another Mountaineer power play coming up.
Yeah, and I mean, it's still just continued to be all West Virginia. As Robin Morris hasn't really gotten much, if anything, on Porter so far here in this late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, I will give the Colonials some credit. They play well in the defensive zone on keeping the Mountaineers to the edge, to the boards, but it's only a matter of time before a nice face-off win there. O'Donnell's now going to play that one up to along the boards, and Mackenzie's going to walk in. Sharp angle shot. I believe that one got tipped. It's going to be picked up by O'Hagan. Going to play that one back to Mackenzie. It's going to be played now to Hewitt. She's going to put that one on net, looking for a deflection. Crabb couldn't quite get a stick on it. It's going to be grabbed now once again by Hewitt. They're going to swap positions. Mackenzie's going to head to the net front. Nice save there by Lalone. And then that one's going to come out of this Mountaineer offensive zone. Colonials are going to try and pick that one up, and then it got shot right back into their own bench. Little friendly fire action going on there.
I will say, though, eventually one is going to find the back of the net, even if Robin Morris can do a great job at keeping the outskirts, because I've seen my days calling this team. Number 38, Leo O'Donnell, can rip it.
She sure
from
can.
the point.
She sure can. And, you know, I understand wanting to get shots in front of the net and everything, but sometimes a good shot from the point is enough to beat a goaltender just like that, as that one's going to be played to the slot. Bouncing puck there. LeBert wasn't quite able to get all of that one, and then that one's going to be dumped all the way down. Nice job there, actually. That was number 19 for the Colonials. She was almost able to grab that one. Quirin's going to give pressure on there, and then that one's going to be flipped out and all the way down. Hollinsworth is going to grab this one behind her own net, being pressured though. And now Kelly's going to try and grab this one. She's going to play it up to LeBert. Here comes LeBert through the neutral zone, and that one's going to be snagged by Lalone.
Yeah, that was a good job there from Lalone to be able to stretch that glove up there to be able to stop going in their top shelf.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. But it was a nice neutral zone play there by the Mountaineers in order to get a nice transition play and a good shot on net. Crabb's going to take that face-off. She's going to win. It's going to play back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to play that one back to Mackenzie. Mackenzie walking in, looking for an opportunity in front of the net. That one's going to go all the way through. Hewitt's going to scoop this one back up. She's going to circle around, and then that one's going to be loose in front of the net. Very loose, and the rebound, just put wide. O'Hagan's going to try and grab this one. Now it's going to be played back in front of the net. Now it's stuck behind the net. Crabb's going to try and grab this one. Look to play this one to the point, and O'Donnell able to keep that one in. Nice job by her, and then loose in front of the net. Shot there, blocked by Lalone, and then couldn't quite pounce on the rebound. Played back up to the point. Hewitt's going to wind up on that one, and wow, there was a lot on that shot. O'Hagan's going to grab this one. Loose in front of the net, and just couldn't quite get that one up, and then there's going to be a little bit of shoving after the whistle. Some really good opportunities there as the penalty is now over for the Colonials. They're going to be back to 5-on-5, but some really solid opportunities there for the Mountaineers.
Yeah. And even great job there. Robert Morris unable to get the clear there on that one, partly due O'Donnell. Great job keeping the puck in the zone and allowing him to have that continued pressure.
Yeah, exactly right. It's a really nice, it's relieving when you know that your defenseman can hold the zone like that, and they held that zone very well. Now here's the Mountaineers are back on the attack. Patton, that one's going to go just through her legs, but she's going to be able to keep that one in. She's going to play it back along the boards, and then it's going to come back to Patton. Patton's going to look to rim that one along to the back of the net. And then it's going to be rimmed along the boards. Once again, Patton's trying to hold the zone, doing a very nice job at that. Once again, held in the zone by LeBert, and then one's going to shoot out. That one's going to go on net, and then it just goes wide, trying to look for a deflection there. LeBert wide open in the slot, and that one's going to be blocked by Lalone, I believe. And that one's going to go all the way down. It's not going to be an icing. Referees wave that one off. Patton's going to scoop this one up behind the net, look to wind it up for another opportunity here for the Mountaineers. Nice saucer pass there to LeBert, and then LeBert's going to play that one just out of the reach of number 11. It's Robin Anderson. That one's going to be kept in, though. Dangerous pass through, blockered away, and then saved again there by Lalone. Really good second save there by Lalone. First one came out for the rebound, and then with a crashing Mountaineer in front of the net, still stood on her head and saved that one. Really solid save there.
Yeah, and, I mean, Lalone is a big reason this game is still only 0-0 for Robert Morris, because the amount of pressure West Virginia has put on, you're lucky West Virginia doesn't have 2 or 3 goals by now.
You're exactly right about that, partner. 3:20 left in this first period as we are still tied at 0-0. Robert Morris is going to bring this one through, skating up with speed in transition. That's number 3, Nicole Jackson. She's going to lose that one at the blue line, though, and then here come the Mountaineers. They're going to look to catch them off guard. That's going to be whacked on. I believe the referee actually kept that one in. Thank you, Mr. Referee. Look to play that one to the edge. Got to just get these shots on net. That one's going to be delayed. Yep, that one's going to be called offside. That one just came out of the zone.
Yeah, and right there, I mean, that's just West Virginia. You got to clean up those passes. They're just a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I give West Virginia credit. I do think they've had some fantastic passes throughout this game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm confused about why, if it was called offside, why we have an offensive zone faceoff. It should be back there, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. They got it figured out. They got it figured out.
Now we're going, yeah. Yeah, good call there, partner.
I was like, unless I missed something and it was not an offside, I was like, I could have sworn they were offsides.
No, I could have sworn that
what's
too.
going on?
I was going to say they were offsides before the referee blew the whistle. So
Crab's going to play that one back to O'Donnell, and O'Donnell's going to play that one to the boards. That shot's going to go just wide. McKenzie's going to put that one in front of the net, looking for Crab. Crab couldn't quite put that one on net. O'Donnell's now got possession of it again. Put that one to the slot, but it found a Colonial before it found a Mountaineer. But a nice job by O'Donnell there to keep that one in the zone. Once again, played in front of the net, and then Lalone is going to cover that one up once again.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot there. And, I mean, as you have that couple possession of kind of the offside and everything, where I was saying, maybe they could clean up the shots a little bit. They proved me wrong on that possession right there.
100%, yeah. And, first period, you got to get the cobwebs off after a couple-day break and everything, but a nice defensive play there. Colonials had a rush chance, and then that was shut down by O'Donnell, and then McKenzie's going to try and fight through this one, get into a little battle along there, but the Colonials are going to pick that one up, and that one's going to be gloved. Oh, no, pardon me, was not gloved by Caitlin Porter. That one just went wide of the net. Colonials are going to hold this one. Yeah, I thought she scooped that one too. Crab's going to grab that one, try and play it along the boards. It's going to be scooped off, and then a really nice play there by O'Donnell. She's got some wheels. Here she comes. She's got McKenzie in the middle. Turning, surveying the options. looking for Crab on that far side. Couldn't quite pull that one off. O'Donnell's going to scoop this one up again. She really is a presence on that blue line. That one's going to be scooped up by Catherine Wilson, but it's going to be kept in the zone. She tried to get that one out, but nice play there. Here's a shot. Saved by Lalone. Blocker that one down. It's going to be scooped up by the Colonials. That's going to be number 10. That was Lily Clifford dumping that one in. But that one's going to be scooped up by the Mountaineers. It's going to be played over. Looking for a neutral zone. Nice pass through the neutral zone there. It's going to be scooped up by McKenna Kelly. She's going to look to get that one on net, but it's going to be blocked by a Colonial. That was Bree Medved. And then a nice opportunity there, but just couldn't quite get that one in. Mountaineers hold possession, though. Play that one up to Hewitt. Hewitt's got a lane, and she shoots that one high. Prime scoring chance there for Hewitt. Just couldn't quite bring that one down. It's going to be loose in the feet of Lalone, and then the Colonials are going to skate this one out. Skating out wide. Banking off the board, and then it's going to be scooped up behind the net. Battling for it here are the Colonials. They're going to come out on top with this one. And then it's going to be covered up. Wow. Loose puck, and Caitlin Porter just kind of pounces on it.
Yeah, I mean, and Caitlin Porter has been incredible, sensational here in this season for West Virginia. Not had a ton of chances tonight, but when she's had, she has made the save.
Agree with you there, and you got to give it credit to the defense up in front of her, too. They're just doing a really good job at keeping this team to the edges, not letting them get a whole lot of good scoring chances, as we've only got about 10 seconds left in this first period. Mountaineers looking for one more chance if they hurry. It's going to be up in the feet of McKenzie. Here she comes, trying to chase this one down with 4 seconds left. And that one's going to hit a skate and go to the corner, and that'll do it for our first period of action. Here we are tied 0-0 with the Mountaineers and the Colonials. Anything that you're going to be looking for in the second period? Anything that you change? I mean, I can't think of a whole lot I'd change. I mean, obviously you want to score a couple goals, but
you gotta put the
I
pressure
can't think
on.
of much that I want to change about this.
You got to put the pressure on everything. Keep putting the pressure on if you're West Virginia. The only thing is you got to be ready for Robert Morse to come back with changes as well. So be ready. So you might have to be back on your defensive end. So be prepared to get back as well.
Agree. You don't want to get too offensively, you don't want to just stay in the offensive-only mindset. You have to be ready on defense. But I give the West Virginia defense a lot of credit. They looked very good that game, holding the puck in the offensive zone. They did a fantastic job at that. And, they looked good on defense, too. They hold pucks. They get them out of the zone well. And we'll be back for the second period in just about 11 minutes and 30 seconds. And we are moments away from puck drop on our second period action coming up. Sorry, pardon us for the technical difficulties. It feels like every time we move a little bit, our mics fritz out. So we'll just stand like statues for this period. No, don't move a muscle, Ian.
Yep.
The mics are going to short out on us again.
Oh, yeah. This technology certainly doesn't seem to like us today.
I don't think it does either. I really
Somehow
don't
our
think it
stream
does.
might end up being private the first half of the D2 game.
Yep, it
Then
sure
we're
did.
having, and then the mics cut out on us through an entire intermission
Yep,
for the D2 game.
yeah.
And then it's still cutting out on us. This technology doesn't like us today.
Well,
Once we lost the camera.
we did. Yeah, this is on the fritz right now. We apologize for the cutting in and out. We'll try and fix it as quick as we can whenever it happens, but we'll try and minimize the movements too, hopefully, so that doesn't keep happening. Final words being said. Referees are getting ready. LeBert looks like she's going to be the one taking the face-off to begin the second period for the Mountaineers. And
Are the refs are they gonna make this change in the rule again, and they're gonna have someone come sit in the box?
I think they might, but it's interesting. It doesn't really look like it.
They're just hanging out by the
They're
Robert
just chatting
Morris
it up, no
bench.
big deal. Making friends.
But I don't know what's going on, because they're not giving an explanation over there to the West Virginia sideline. Now the rest look ready to go.
All right, we look like we're ready to go. Here we go.
Don't know what that was about there, but
We are
either
underway.
way, we are.
As RMU's going to win that opening faceoff for the second period, but it's going to be quickly taken up by the Mountaineers. That one's going to be played back along to the point and then put on net. That one's going to be scooped up by the Colonials. Coming out in transition, that one's going to be whacked up to number 7. That's Jocelyn Fila. She's going to attempt to play that one in the middle, but it's going to be intercepted by LeBert. Nice play there. She's going to look for Kelly in transition, but decides to keep it for herself. Kelly's with her in the middle, but she puts that one on net, and that one's going to be gloved there by Lalone and hung on to no rebound.
Did just get word from down there in the box there. They were waiting for the ice to freeze up
Oh, yeah. It is.
there.
I will say, I've had plenty of times getting on the ice in the past, and there's still water on it, and either you fall or the puck will just stop right in the water, which is a little annoying. Anyway, back underway here. O'Hagan's going to look to put that one on net and couldn't quite find a stick. Mackenzie was looking to grab that one, but now Hollinsworth is going to grab that one. She's going to hit that one along the board, and then it's going to be taken once again by the Mountaineers, as now it's going to be whacked up to the RMU Colonials, and they're going to play that one to the neutral zone. RMU's going to take that one, drop it to number 10. That one's going to catch the blocker there of Hollinsworth. Not Hollinsworth, Porter. And then Porter, once again, is going to glove that one. And then both teams are going to make some changes and head back up to the dot, as it's going to be Jin who's going to take this face-off for the Mountaineers. She's going to win that one cleanly. It's going to come back to the West Virginia defense. They're going to look to get this one out. And then it's going to come up. Jin's going to grab this one again, as she got wrapped with the stick a little bit, but no hook was called on that play, as RMU's going to take this one behind their own net. And then jabbed out of their own defensive zone. And then Hewitt is going to grab this one, skate it behind her own net. She's going to look for Quirin. And Quirin's going to grab this one, and it's going to be played back up to Jin. Stumbled a little bit, lost control of that one, but West Virginia still holds the puck. And then RMU's going to jab that one in. Hewitt's once again going to go behind her own net and grab this one. She's going to play that one up to Toledo, and Toledo's going to play that one through the neutral zone. No one was there for it. And RMU's going to dump that one back in. That one should be called as icing, and it will. Offensive zone face-off here for the Mountaineers. I will say, in just about the 2 minutes that we've had played, RMU looks to just control the puck a little bit more. They're kind of doing a little bit better in transition, which I'm sure was talked about in the locker room after the first period.
Yeah, I was going to say like the same exact thing as it was. Robert Morris has come out here in the second, and you've seen the adjustments they have made.
100%. Oh,
so now it's on West Virginia to be able to come back and rebound from that and make your own adjustments on the ice.
Yeah, the biggest thing is going to be just don't get caught lacking in the, when you're in transition. You don't want an RMU. You don't want an RMU forward to just get behind the West Virginia defense and run away with the breakaway. But here we are for a offensive zone face-off here. RMU's going to win that one. They're going to play that one back behind their own net. Look to skate that one out. It's going to be played along the boards. That's Haley Whitaker that's going to grab that one, but then Mountaineers are going to grab that one. LeBert's going to play that one over. Looking for options. Fandon just now. Going to be played back to LeBert. LeBert's going to survey her options. Nice move along the boards there. She's got McKenna Kelly with her in the middle. LeBert's going to put that one on net, and then that one's going to be covered by Lalone. I think the biggest thing is there's, I mentioned this in our D2 game as well. It's a lot of outer edge action where you want to be able to crash the middle of the net, and you don't want to be forced to the outside and be putting shots from a tough angle on there. So look for the Mountaineers to try and get a couple more shots into the slot just to increase their odds of scoring on that one. Colonials are going to clear this one out. Hollinsworth is going to get to it first, and that one's going to be rimmed along the boards and then actually into the RMU bench. Should be a neutral zone face-off here. Actually, no, it's going to be a defensive zone face-off because that's where the puck was hit into the RMU bench. Kylie Crabb's going to be the one to take this face-off. And the Mountaineers are going to win this one, scoop this one, put it behind their net. Hewitt's going to go grab this one. She's going to play it to O'Hagan, but RMU's going to cut her off there. Tried to grab that one out was Crabb, trying to grab it with speed in transition, but RMU's going to keep that one in. It's going to be held in by Jocelyn Fila, and then they're going to be stuck behind the net, loose in front of the net. Dangerous play there, and then that one's going to be whacked at by number 21 for RMU. That's Erin Sisela. RMU's going to hold this one again. Shot went wide there. That was number 8, Bree Medved. And then a breakaway here. Nice job there. And a goal there. What a shot. Ava Pressott.
Yeah, I mean, that just goes back to, you look at the pass there up to Mackenzie, and then you just let Mackenzie go to work.
Exactly. It's exactly right. And, I mentioned it for the RMU side of make sure that you're not letting the forwards get behind your defense, but, as for the Mountaineers, but the Mountaineers took advantage of that there. Mackenzie was behind the defenders. No one saw her, and just like that, the Mountaineers are up 1-0. Quirin's going to whack that one in. She's going to give it chase now. And then this one's going to go all the way down. RMU's going to hit that one in, and it's going to go all the way back to the Mountaineer offensive zone here. Another opportunity here for the Mountaineers to grab another goal, give them a 2-goal lead early here in the second period. That one's going to be won by the Mountaineers. Collision there in front of the net, but it's going to be kept in by the Mountaineers, and then a nice job there O'Hagan's going to be putting pressure on RMU. Board battle. And then that one's going to be rimmed all the way around. Scooped up by RMU. Quirin's going to try and cut this one off as she's going to stop behind the net. Couldn't quite keep that one in was O'Donnell. She's going to play that one to Gwynn. And Gwynn's going to wrap that one all the way down. And now here's LeBert. She's going to grab this one through the neutral zone. Here she comes along the outside. Going to look to put a shot on net. That one's going to be blocked away by Lalone to the back of the net, but the Mountaineers hang on to it. They're going to play this one back to the point. Hewitt shot on net. Nice save there by Lalone. That one had some mustard on it.
It's not the first time either in this game for West Virginia, and they have just basically picked up right where they left off. And as soon as we were kind of thinking, they need to make the adjustment, they have certainly made the adjustment
100%.
here. As excellent pass led to the McKenzie goal, and then West Virginia has not looked back since then.
Yeah, 100% agree with you there. Some really strong plays. They're going to maintain the offensive zone here. A shot goes just wide of the net. It's going to be held in by Hewitt. Oh, nope, it goes offside, actually. Hewitt couldn't quite hold that. It looked like she was bartering for the fact that she thought she kept it in, but regardless, the men in the stripes are going to call that one offsides.
Yeah, but with that stoppage, best time to mention, West Virginia, this women's Division II team, is ranked 7th in the region here in the ACHA.
That's fantastic to hear. And they've been playing like it. They deserve to be ranked that high because of their play. They just look fantastic out there. It looks like a completely different team from the team that we saw in those 2 exhibition matches at the very beginning of the season. They play like one, essentially, and you give them a lot of credit for that. And it's been showing with the wins. They deserve these wins that they're getting. Crab's going to be the one to take this face off here for the Mountaineers. She's going to win that one as the Mountaineers are going to take this one. Look to shoot it in front, and a great save there by Lalone. Looked like she caught a piece of that one. Colonials going to try and get that one out, but it's going to go straight to O'Donnell in the neutral zone. O'Donnell's going to bank that one off the wall. Crab's going to pick that one up. Crab lost it in the feet, but it's going to be scooped up and then comes right back to Crab. And what a goal!
That one ran to the top of the net. There, and top shelf beat Lalone. And there's nothing she could have done about that. We mentioned they're 7th ranked, and that goal is proving why. Is because West Virginia can put shots in the back of the net like that. That is impressive shooting. There. That is one of the best shots I've seen of the weekend.
Yeah, bar down from that close is something that's extremely hard to do, and Kylie Crabb made that look effortless. What a goal by Kylie Crabb. But they've got to stay on it. Here come the Colonials putting a shot on net. Nice save there by Porter. She's going to put that one to the corner, but it's going to be scooped up again. That one's going to be played out, and then it's going to be stuck in the feet of the Colonials, but a nice job there by Kylie McKenzie to put pressure on there, break up that play. And now O'Donnell's going to hold this one, try and settle it down. Bank that one off the boards. That one's going to go through the neutral zone. It's going to be whacked at, and then Mountaineers are going to get in there. No icing. Nope, pardon me. There was an icing called on that play. Patton did not have the red line secured.
Either way, that will lead to icing, but West Virginia's on top 2-0 there, and it's been 2 very, very impressive goals from the Mountaineers here today, and at this point you just got to keep your foot on the gas pedal right now if you're West Virginia.
Agree. Face off in the West Virginia defensive zone. It's going to be won by the Colonials. That one's going to be put into the corner. That's number 5, Sarah Killen. Mountaineers are going to hold this one, though. They're going to rim that one along the board. It's going to be scooped up, though. That's number 19, Taylor Plunkard. And then that one's going to be kept in the defensive zone of the Mountaineers. That one's going to go all the way around up to the blue line, whack down in. Colonials are going to keep holding this one. Crabb giving pressure as well as O'Hagan. That one goes to the front of the net, but no shot gets off. Rim back along the other side. Far corner boards right now. Played in the slot. prime scoring chance. That one's a good block there. Mountaineers are going to get this one out in transition. Bank pass up to Mackenzie. She's going to look to track this one down. She's got some speed. That one's going to get whacked at. Stop behind the net by the Colonials. Good defensive play by the captain there. And then it's going to be brought all the way back down. Crab's going to play that one to the far corner. She's going to head off for a change, but the Mountaineers are going to grab this one. Held along the far side board. It's going to be put up to the point. Shot on net. That one just went wide. Might have caught a player there. And now pinching. Nice play there to avoid that puck getting out of the offensive zone. Once again, played along the board to the blue line. Shot. That one's going to get caught in a few bodies. And then another rebound. And that one's going to be held there by Lalone. Shot got knocked down initially by shot got blocked initially by a Colonial, but then the Mountaineers were all over that one. Got to put a nice shot on net there, but Lalone with the better save.
And that's what West Virginia's been doing all game long, is something like that. If you're Robert Morris, you need to clear that puck.
100%.
And West Virginia is certainly taking advantage of the Colonials' mistakes.
What a pass to the slot there. Was intended wraparound, and then a nice shot. Nice second opportunity there.
Yeah, Quirin was so close to being able to poke that one in the back of the net. Credit to Lalone to be able to get over in time there as well.
Yeah, I agree with you there. They're going to head out for a change. It's going to be Labert. She's going to take this face-off with Hollinsworth at the blue line, along with O'Donnell as well. Mountaineers going to be able to keep this one in. Look to play that one to the center, but no one was there. It got blocked by a Colonial. Jostling for that puck, and then that one goes off the side netting, I believe.
I believe that might have actually been off the blocker
off
there.
The blocker of
yeah.
Lalone. Mountaineers going to hold this one. Hollinsworth is going to look to scoop this one up. Tried to play that one along the end boards, but it's going to be whacked out by the Colonials. And then that pass through the neutral zone was broken up. Colonials are offside, and then the referee is going to blow that whistle. It should be a neutral zone face-off. Colonials are going to head off for a change. So once again, it's going to be number 89, Gwen Labert. She's going to take that face-off for the Mountaineers. Lost it to the Colonials. They're going to bank that one off the boards, and then it's going to be scooped up by O'Donnell. She's going to try and put that one off the boards, but it hit a Colonial. And a nice save there by Porter, able to put that one to the corner. One thing I give Porter credit for is her excellent rebound control. If the puck is not being caught or saved by her, she's putting it to the corner where it's going to be out of danger, at least temporarily. Gives her defenseman an opportunity to scoop that puck up. And then we're going to have a penalty, I believe, or it's going to be an offside. It's going to be a penalty on RMU.
Yeah.
Mountaineers are going to head back to the power play here.
I believe that's number 8, Bree Medved, who is the guilty party there. Sophomore on the year from Oakdale, PA, with 4 points on the year. Bree Medved.
Coming up to the face-off here. It's going to be tied up and then won by the Colonials. They're going to put that one along the back, but no one was there to actually retrieve it. Hollinsworth for the Mountaineers is going to grab that one, play this one behind the net, and then Labert is going to look to dangle around, and then she's got a shooting lane now, and that one's going to be blocked. It's going to come back to Hollinsworth. Hollinsworth is going to put one on net. That one's blockered away by Lalone, and then that one off the side of the post. Not going to go in there. Held in, though, by the Mountaineers. Nice job there along the blue line. That was number 8, Dara Patton. Now it's going to be taken along the boards, played up to Patton. She's got time and space. Look to put a shot on net here, and she will. That one's going to get blocked, though. Colonials are going to try and scoop this one up and play it out, but it's going to be once again held in by Patton. Nice job by her in this shift to keep the blue line. And once again held by Patton. She's going to put a shot on net and tipped. McKenna Kelly put a nice tip on it, but couldn't quite get that one in.
Yeah, but I mean, you mentioned it. It was Patton on that shift, but it's been this entire shift, this entire game, apologies, that West Virginia, their defensemen have done an incredible job in this game keeping the pucks in the zone and allowing that continued pressure.
Yeah, I agree with you there. You're exactly right. You know, games are won through defense, and that's what they're doing right now. They are able to hold this blue line, and they're shutting down the Colonials. Hewitt's now going to hold this one. That one's going to go wide, but there was some mustard on that one. O'Donnell's going to scoop this one up. She's going to trade places with O'Hagan. O'Donnell looking for options in front of the net. And stumbling in front of the net. It's loose behind the net now. And there's going to be another penalty. It's going to be on RMU. Hewitt's going to wind one up, and that one's going to be blocked. No possession. RMU does not have possession of this puck yet. They're going to let them grab this one, though.
It was a penalty upcoming as O'Donnell was crashing towards the net as the puck was loose. And then I didn't see exactly what happened, but she was knocked down, and that's what's going to draw the penalty here.
So the Mountaineers are going to have a shortened 5-on-3.
Couldn't quite see who that was for the Colonials in there.
It was just kind of a scuffle around the front of the net. I didn't even see what the penalty call was. But regardless, the Mountaineers are going to have a short 5-on-3, and then they'll stay on the 5-on-4 unless they get a goal. Clean face-off win there. They're going to play that one back to the point. Hewitt's wide open for it. O'Donnell's going to play that one to the slot. And it's going to be covered up there by Lalone. Opportunity in front of the slot. Nice job by her on that play.
It will be a 2-minute roughing call there for the Colonials. So that's what the penalty was.
Another face-off win there by the Mountaineers. Hewitt's going to hold this one now. She's going to look to shoot that one on net, and that one just went wide. Had Lalone beat, but it's going to be once again held in, trying to play it back to Hewitt. They're going to decide to rim that one back behind the net. Hewitt now has the puck again. Couldn't quite keep that one in. Diving play by her. I love the effort. Mountaineers have to regroup.
And even another great play, and she almost kept that one into the zone. It just took a Colonials bounce.
Tough
there.
bounce. Colonials are back to a 5-on-4, or a 4-on-5, pardon me. Another shot on net. Lalone's going to stop that one, and then here come the Colonials. They're going to dump that one out, chase after it with some good speed. Here come the Colonials, and a nice save there. Porter lost that one in the glove, but was able to close the pads on it and make sure that no one can grab that rebound. Really nice save there by Caitlin Porter on a rush chance for the Colonials.
Yeah, that was a really good opportunity there from the Colonials. You got to be careful, though, if you're West Virginia. You got to watch that. They had 3 defenders, 3 players coming back there, but they let her get past her with the pass to herself off the wall.
Yeah, it just comes down to good speed there. But here comes Quirin. She's going to lose that puck along the boards, but it's going to be held in just, and then it's going to come out of the zone. Board battle now for it. LeBurt's going to hold that one. Bank pass to herself. She's going to grab it, avoid the stick that's on the ground. Looking for options is LeBurt, and then that one just comes out of the zone. Little miscommunication there. That one's going to go under the feet of Hollinsworth, but then a nice job by her to break up that pass. And then that one's going to go, should be all the way. Nope, no icing. They are on the penalty kill. Mountaineers going to grab this one again through the neutral zone. Here they come. Quirin's going to hold this one, and she's going to take it in the zone herself, looking for options, as she's going to skate this one all the way around. Hollinsworth ready for it at the point. She's going to grab this one. Hollinsworth winds up and gloved all the way by Lalone. Nice job by her to see that one all the way through.
And that stick on the ground was actually McKenna Kelly's from West Virginia. She had to run back to the locker room to grab herself another piece of lumber. Here before next shift.
She's coming back to the bench now. Mountaineers are going to finish up what's left of this power play, hoping for another goal. Wraparound attempt and loose in front of the net. It's still loose, not covered up by Lalone. They're going to play this one back up to the point. Penalty is over. That one's going to be blocked, and then it's going to be the assistant captain now. She's going to bring this one up through the zone with speed into the Mountaineer defensive zone. Played it in front of the net, but no one was home. Mackenzie's going to look to jab at that one. Mackenzie kind of got away with one there. That was a pretty clear slashing call along the legs of the RMU player. Regardless, they're going to look to get this one out. Mackenzie just couldn't quite catch up to that one, putting pressure on, but RMU's going to send it back the other way. Now it's going to be number 21 for RMU. She's going to put that one in net. It's going to go wide. O'Donnell's going to hold this one. She's got a little bit of time. She's going to play it to her defensive partner, Hewitt. And then Hewitt's going to play that one up to O'Hagan. O'Hagan's going to let that one go off her stick, but it was intended for a Mountaineer, and then it kind of went all the way back into their own defensive zone. O'Donnell, once again, is going to hold this puck. They're going to try and get this one out cleaner this time. O'Donnell plays it up to Mackenzie. Mackenzie's going to head off for a change. There is no icing on the play because Mackenzie got a stick on it. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play in the second period. Almost a really good interception there, but couldn't quite get that one in. Number 19 for RMU, Taylor Plunker's got some really great speed. She's been very noticeable this period with a couple great scoring chances. RMU's going to keep this one in, and then Porter's going to whack that one away, and then it's going to come out of the defensive zone. Colonials doing a good job at holding some pressure here. Nice play by Quirin there to whack that one into the defensive zone of RMU, and then that one's going to be just out of reach, but no icing on that play as the RMU player got a stick on it. Mountaineers going to try and settle this one down. Pass to the feet. That one's going to be bobbled a little bit, and then it's going to be kept in. Nice job by RMU there. O'Hagan's, pardon me, no. That's Jin. She's going to keep that one, and then RMU's going to dump that one all the way in, and Porter's not going to let that one go in. That's a sketchy one to have to save, though. A bouncing puck like that. Goalies do not like to see that, so nice job by her to be able to keep that one out of the net.
Yeah, indeed, and this is one of those situations where it's a chess match right now. As West Virginia had all the pressure, or it started with Robert Morris, then it went back to West Virginia, and now it's back to Robert Morris in terms of momentum. So West Virginia gonna have to make their next move here.
100%, and here's a good chance there for Colonials, but a really nice stick in the lane there, and then that shot just goes wide of the net.
Yeah, big props there. That was Sadie Gwen, number 33 for West Virginia. They had a crucial opportunity there, and she was able to stick lift it and get that puck away.
But here come the Mountaineers in transition. They've got Kelly. Kelly wide open, trying to put a shot on net, and it just goes wide. Really nice eyes there by McKenna Kelly. She had a great shot opportunity. Nice job there, though, to evade the defense, and another shot. Nice, really nice blocker save there by Lalone, and then she's going to cover that one up. It's still loose, and then the referees are going to blow the whistle on that play. Some really nice opportunities there for the Mountaineers as they were kind of hemmed in their own defensive zone for a little bit after that power play ended for them. Nice to see them grab their footing again, keep the offense up as we are entering the final 4 minutes-ish of this second period. Face-off neutrally won. Face-off, I suppose you could call it. But the Mountaineers going to now hold this one. O'Hagan's going to give chase. She's got some time and space so she can hurry. O'Hagan shot on net, and that one's going to be covered by Lalone. No rebound. Nice job by her in that one.
Indeed. I mean, Lalone has been very good in this game.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, the goals that she's let up, you can't pin them out necessarily as just, like, you know, a weak goal to give up. She has truly has very fantastic rebound control and looks very poised in net. Face-off there won by the Colonials, but they're going to send that one all the way down. That should be icing. And it will be. So we're going to have another offensive zone face-off for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, it's just been a couple of those things where it's, if you're a Colonials fan, you just kind of have to tip your cap to West Virginia with those goals because those have been some very, very impressive shots taken by West Virginia in this game. And, I mean, those were shots I don't know if any goaltender could stop those.
100% agree with you, yep. Hewitt's now going to hold that one. She's going to try and play that one along the board. It's going to be intercepted by RMU, but Crabb is going to grab that one and then play back to Hewitt for West Virginia. Hewitt's got some nice speed through the zone. She's going to put that one on net. That one's going to go just high of the net, Mackenzie's going to battle for this one now. Played that one behind her, try and come back for it. That one's going to be broken up, though. Board battle now. Hewitt's going to put that one. It's going to go all the way to O'Donnell on the other side at the point. O'Donnell's going to play that one back down. Mackenzie's now got pressure for it. Tried to play that one to the slot, but no one was home. Board battle now for it. It's going to be number 21, O'Hagan, for the Mountaineers. Looks like fans were drawn for a penalty there on RMU, but to no avail. Play back now. Patton's going to put that one on net. There's going to be a delayed penalty. Now, once again, it's going to be on RMU. No, it should be.
No, it's
No, pardon me. That's on Kylie McKenzie. It was a very delayed time for them to blow the whistle because West Virginia had possession of the puck. But regardless, West Virginia's now going to go on the penalty kill, keeping their same staff out there for the penalty kill, so they've got a task in front of them. Defensive zone face-off here. It's going to be number 10 for the Colonials. It's going to be Lily Clifford to take this one. She's a freshman. She's going to win that one, but it's going to be pressured there right away by Patton, and then Patton's just not going to be able to get that one out. Nice play there to the opposite side by the Colonials, and then a nice shot there. That one went wide, though. She was wide open for that shot. Colonials are going to play that one back to the point. Number 7, Jocelyn Fila, is going to play that one to her defensive partner. Captain's going to wind up and shoot that one. Porter saw that one all the way through, hit that one with the blocker, and then in the feet of Kelly, couldn't quite see that one. She would have been off to the races if she had. O'Donnell's going to give pressure along the corner as the Colonials are going to bank that one off the boards in the bumper slot. Now they're going to play that one. West Virginia's going to break that pass up and then get a clear out, not quite all the way down, but into the neutral zone. It's going to be number 7, Jocelyn Fila, going to play that one, but she gave that one up. It's going to be West Virginia now on the rush. Kelly with some speed, not being pressured. She can walk in. Nice play there by the defenseman and the RMU captain to break that play up. Robin Anderson, though, with the nice defensive play to keep RMU hemmed in their own defensive zone, which is not what you want on the power play. And then an even better play by Hewitt there to break up that pass. But here comes number 19 for him, Taylor Plunkard. She's got some speed. She's going to get caught along the boards. And then West Virginia's going to clear that one out, and that one's going to trickle all the way down. Here comes that's going to be Kelly. That's going to give chase on that one. No arm up from the referee on what could have been a trip. And then RMU's going to regain themselves here. Penalty will be coming to an end fairly soon for the Mountaineers. And then a pass through the legs there. It's not going to find anyone, but it's fine because they are on the penalty kill. And one of the referees had his arm up for icing. There would be no icing on that play right there. Little slip and fall there on the Mountaineers side. They're going to put that one all the way over. Shot from afar there. That was just behind the blue line. That one soared over Caitlin Porter. And then another shot. That one goes well wide of the net. RMU is in a change, and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Jin's going to play that one in. She's going to head off for a change. And then nice job there to hold the zone, but couldn't quite keep it in the blade. West Virginia's going to play that one back in. Crab's going to give pressure to them as O'Donnell's on the other side. RMU's going to figure out what they want to do here. And then RMU's going to chip that one out of their own zone. Nice job there, though. That's O'Donnell. She's going to hold that one. Nice job to evade the defenders. She's going to play that one along the board, try and get it deep, but it's going to be picked off by RMU. O'Donnell's now got to get back. RMU could be on a break if they hurry. And then a nice shot, nice stick in the lane there to break up that shot. Led RMU to not be able to get a lot on that one. And then RMU's got to be careful. They could have too many men if someone touches the puck there. And then there will be no icing call on that play, but West Virginia's got it in their own defensive zone. Crab's going to battle for this one along the board. She's got a little bit of an opening if she hurries. Nice stick there, though, by RMU to break that one up. Crab would have been off to the races. She's got it back now, though. Nice block there. Quirin's going to put that one on net and just wide and then loose in front of the net. And Porter, just as the buzzer sounds, she's going to put that one on net, and it's going to be covered up by Lalone. So there's going to be a brief 2-minute intermission And we're going to have a quick message for our viewers at home. Ian's going to read what they read for the pregame if you couldn't hear it to our listeners at home. But it's a very touching message from Ian that he's about to give that the RMU team brought in for us to read today.
Yeah, so in this game between West Virginia and Robert Morris, the team has decided to dedicate today's game to Morgan Rogers and to raise awareness to a remarkable organization, Morgan's Message. Morgan Rogers was a former Duke women's lacrosse player who in 2019 tragically lost her battle with mental health and took her own life. In honor of her, Morgan's Message was created to work to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health within the student-athlete community and equalize the treatment of physical and mental health in athletics. Being an athlete competing at the highest level, it can be difficult to draw the line between mentally tough and knowing when to seek help. Morgan's Message and the organization's ambassadors have made it their mission that no student-athlete feels alone. Morgan's Message strives to normalize conversations around mental health through amplifying voice of those who are struggling, empowering those who suffer and in silence, and supporting those who feel alone. So thank you for that, and just a touching message and a great tribute that both teams have decided to partake in today, and it has certainly played into it, and mental health is certainly a big thing here in the student-athlete community and everything that sometimes does get overlooked, and it is just a huge message that West Virginia has put on for us here today. Okay, as well as we're now get set to back for the third period.
We are. You know, I just want to say, you know, it's a very tough thing to have to deal with, but if you are struggling, please, you have people that always want to talk to you and that you can seek help. It's not a bad thing to do whatsoever. If you or anyone else that you know are struggling, please, you are always welcome to talk to anybody, and you will get the help that you need. As we're underway here in the third period, Mountaineers still up 2-0 here as a big scoring chance here. McKenzie was whacking at it. That one's going to go behind the net. And then it's going to be picked up along the sideboards by O'Hagan. She's going to play that one up to Hewitt. Bouncing puck there. Hewitt couldn't quite get a lot on that one, and then a rolling puck goes behind the net. Crab's going to try and put that one in it. It's going to be blocked. And then Hollinsworth is going to make it hard for the RMU players to get out of the zone. Nice job by her. Couple really good plays there to prevent RMU from getting out of their own zone, giving West Virginia the opportunity to keep on the attack. That's going to be played now. Shot from a sharp angle is going to be scooped up by Lalone. And that one's going to be stopped for a whistle. Both teams are going to make some changes here. 19-14 left in this third period. It's been a real fun one thus far. Mountaineers are going to be looking to come out with the win in this one, but there's still a lot of hockey left to play.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, credit where credit's due. I mean, we mentioned it before, and we're just going to keep on mentioning it. These defensemen for West Virginia have been playing out of their minds today, keeping these pucks in the zone for West Virginia, and that is a big reason why they are leading in this game right now.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about it all day. I mean, I would love to talk about it all day. It's just been a really good storyline of this game. It's just how strong the defense has been. They know when to pinch on the puck, and they know when to back off when they need to just kind of get back on defense. So they've done a really fantastic job this game, just making the right decisions. And, you know, it's nice when they have the freedom to just take a shot from wherever they need to, or they have the opportunity to play it back down and let their forwards get to work behind the net. They do a really fantastic job there. They've been really good with the decision making. They just look very strong out there this game. Here's West Virginia behind the net, looking for option. They're going to play that one back up to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's going to shoot that one on net, looking for a tip. It's loose, and Lalone is going to cover that one up once again. Lots of really good opportunities from the point. Just keep putting shots on net, especially if you want to take a little bit more time, wind up and, you know, take a slap shot. You'll get a little bit more on it, and it's really helpful. It gives your forwards it gives a goaltender a harder time to track, and it gives your forwards a better opportunity to get a stick on that puck.
Yeah, but props to Lalone right there. It didn't seem like anyone really knew where the puck was. Lalone was able to see it and then use her stick to be able to get it underneath her glove to draw the whistle.
Exactly right, and Lalone has just done a fantastic job this game and being able to do that. But here comes RMU. Nice job there by Hewitt to box out the RMU forward, giving chase to that puck. So here comes West Virginia, as actually they're going to dump that one all the way back down, and that will be an icing call. And it's going to head all the way back to the RMU defensive zone. Mountaineers will have an offensive zone face-off, looking for a face-off win to lead to more opportunities. Face-off there, won by the Mountaineers. They're going to try and get this one, but that one's going to be played along the boards by RMU, and then that one's going to be a penalty. Referee puts his arm up. It's going to be a penalty on RMU, I believe. My best guess would be a trip.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest, I did not really see much in that play right there. It was a little bit of contact, but he's going to call a cross-check.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what, I mean, these refs have been very good here this evening.
They have. I mean, they've been calling the right things.
Yeah,
but
that one I think you could have let go.
A little bit of a soft penalty, but the Mountaineers will not be complaining about it, nor will the fans. So here's Kylie Crabb to take the face-off here for the Mountaineers. She's going to win that one cleanly. Back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell's got some pressure, but she's going to evade that. Really nice move by her. She's going to walk on in, and that one just goes wide of the net. Going to be kept in, though, by Hewitt, and then that one's going to be a good stick by the RMU player to bat that one out to neutral zone. Hewitt's going to skate that one, and she's going to play it to O'Hagan. O'Hagan's going to whack that one along the boards, but it's going to be scooped up by RMU. But a nice job there, O'Donnell. She's going to scoop that one up. Looking for options in front of the net. No one is home there. Hewitt now with the goal, or Hewitt now with the puck, pardon me, and then RMU's going to get a nice clear out of that one. Nice job there by RMU to crash the net there on the penalty kill. Give them a little bit of opportunity, or at least a good time waster. They're going to get stuck in a board battle, but our West Virginia is going to come up with that one quite quickly. Looking for options. Crabb thought about passing, but she's going to skate with it. Nothing was really open for her. Crabb's going to skate all the way in, drop it for McKenzie, and a really nice opportunity there. Looking for the tip. So close on that one, and then a nice stick in the lane there to break that one up. Patton's going to play that one down to Crabb now, though. Crabb with the puck behind the net, tried to play that one in front, but it's going to be picked off and then cleared out. Patton couldn't quite stop that one. Off to the races now is RMU to try and catch this one. Got to be careful. Nice job there by Porter to sauce that one over the stick of the RMU player. And then here comes West Virginia. They've got McKenzie with the puck right now. McKenzie shot just goes wide of the net. Crabb's going to grab that one, play it back to the point, and that one's going to go through the legs. Here comes RMU on a potential breakaway. Patton's trying to skate to catch up. And a nice save there by Porter. Blockered that one down and then covers it up. Really nice job by her on the breakaway for RMU. Great save there.
Indeed was. And that is why right there they just showed you why we are crediting the defensemen in this game. Because you don't keep those pucks in, that type of stuff happens.
Exactly.
Happens, and Porter bailed him out that time.
Yeah, it's a little lapse. The puck kind of, skips over your stick, and then you've got a quick player for RMU out there who's going to be able to beat you to that puck. So, it's a little annoying, but great save by Porter. That's why Porter's here. Pardon me. That's why Porter is here to make those big saves.
Yep.
Here's West Virginia now bringing this puck through. It's going to be LeBert. She's got some good wheels on her. Looking to put that one on net, but that one's going to be blocked by number 4, Catherine Wilson. Board battle now, and another penalty. I believe that one's going to be on West Virginia.
Yep.
And that one's going to be blown dead for the delayed penalty. West Virginia is going to be heading to the box on what I wouldn't consider to be a penalty. But what do I know?
I didn't really see much.
I'm up in the broadcast booth for a reason.
Yep.
LeBert is going to be the one heading to the box, I believe, for what should be another cross check. It was a board battle, and LeBert just kind of put the stick into the back.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where if the refs consider you, like, you stick kind of your arms out, they're
Yep.
going to call you for it every
if they
time.
see a full extension like that, it doesn't matter how hard you're doing it,
Nah.
really, they're going to call you for it. So Mountaineers on the penalty kill now. They're going to look to try and get this one out, but couldn't quite get it. And then a nice play there. Here's McKenna Kelly. She's going to be skating hard after that one, trying to catch up to it. That was going to be rimmed all the way around for RMU. And then that's number 11, Robin Anderson, to play that one back in deep. RMU's going to get this one out now, though. Skating this one in. They're onside, looking for a shot on net. Oh, and that one goes in. What a shot there. Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
Porter looked stunned off that. I think it was more of just kind of, I don't know how that went in, but it's number 19 for the Colonials. That's Taylor Plunkard. She's been the talk of the town this game. She's had a really solid game, great speed. Showed us with that shot that she can put it wherever she wants. So that's going to be a goal for RMU to make this one 2-1 with 15:15 left to play, making this one interesting.
That's for sure, and that's the danger of taking penalties there. There's you just kind of was handing Robert Morse some momentum there, and
you
they
don't
took
wanna,
full advantage of it.
Exactly. I mean, it's a power play goal, so they've got that advantage going for them. That West Virginia has been a great 5-on-5 team, so I don't think they don't want to get too worked up over that. But you have a whole new game on your hands. A two-goal lead might feel nice, but then they get one, and one is not a lot, as we know. I mean, they're one goal away from tying this one up. So Mountaineers got to stay on this. They don't want to get too lazy out there. They want to keep on the pressure like they have all game, and they're gonna keep doing that. But here comes RMU out of their own defensive zone. They're gonna bring this one through. Nice move there to break into the slot, but then a nice stick there by Patton to break that play up. Here come the Mountaineers now breaking this one out. That's going to be number 6, Ava Pesot. No, pardon me, that was Kylie McKenzie with that puck. I couldn't see the 1 on the back of her jersey. Mountaineers are going to hold this one. They're going to play it up to Crab. Crab's going to look to get that one on net, but it's going to be blocked with the Colonial in the shooting lane. Nice job by her to block that one down, and that one will be another icing call going all the way back to the Mountaineer offensive zone. Coming up on the 14-minute mark in this third period, it's going to be Jin who's going to take this offensive zone face-off. Colonials are getting in order here as it's going to be a clean face-off win. One back to the point. O'Donnell's going to play that one deep around the net. Giving chase to it is going to be Jin. She's going to be in a board battle tied up there trying to win this one. She's going to whack that one behind her, and then the Colonials are going to play that one all the way back down. Abby Toledo is going to grab this one now. She's going to put that one back along there, but back along the boards, but no one was home. Nice job by the Mountaineers to hold that one in the zone. They're going to whack that one in, but no one was home. Board battle now in the corner, close side to us. Jin's going to come in on that one, but it's going to be scooped up by the Colonials as they're going to look to skate this one out. But a nice job there to hold the zone once again by the Mountaineers. Play that one deep. Mountaineers are going to head off for a partial change. And then got to be careful here. They've got speed. That's number 19. And a nice job there. That was Taylor Plunkard. She's already got one goal in that one. Porter caught the puck with her stick on that one, but it kind of went up on her and hit the post. So lucky bounce there to evade this game being all tied up. Colonials putting pressure on. Taylor Plunkard is a lot of speed out there and very skilled. She's going to continue to hold that one, tried to put it in front of the net, but no one was home. Colonials are going to regain possession. They're going to whack that one behind the net, and then the Mountaineers are going to scoop it up, trying to catch up to it. That's number 27, Cece Quirin. And then it's going to be turned over in the neutral zone, and it's going to be picked up by RMU. Weak shot on net. Porter's going to put that one to the corner. Mountaineer defense is going to try and grab this one. Quirin's going to play that one. Nice pass out of the defensive zone. It's going to be Lebert. Here comes Lebert. She's got an opportunity. Playing to the feet, and then, oh, what a play there. My goodness. Lebert and Kelly putting on a clinic with the passing. That is a star play by those two right there. Great chemistry, and my goodness, what a play. I thought the play was dead after the errant pass into the feet. You find it and you put it right back to your teammate. What a goal there.
Well, first of all, let's start with that pass.
100%.
That pass was phenomenal to be able to find her, and then it would go forehand to your backhand into the back of the net. That goal has almost left me speechless.
That one's going to go on the ACHA highlight reel after this. I better see this one on Instagram. And then there's going to be a penalty on the Mountaineers, as what I did not think should have been a penalty initially. The RMU player tripped up after the fact, and it's going to be called a penalty.
Either way, it's a penalty upcoming, and that is not what you want to take from West Virginia. You had all the momentum there, and you got to be careful. But my, oh my, the 3 goals the Mountaineers have scored today have been some of the slickest, sweetest goals I have ever seen.
Well, and I mean, you have to when you've got a goalie like Lalone in net for RMU. I mean, Lalone has put on a clinic for RMU in net. I mean, she's been keeping them in this game, and you know, there's nothing Lalone can do in a situation like that when it's a bang passing play. There's nothing that she can do, but you know, now RMU's got the opportunity now to try and put themselves back into this game. But here comes Mackenzie. West Virginia's going to be able to clear that one all the way down, and then Mackenzie's going to be the first one to it. She's got Crab in front of the net, surveying her options now. Put that one on net, but it's going to be blocked by RMU. And then RMU's actually going to ice that one. Should be icing. Nope, our referees are going to wave that one off. I don't know why, but O'Donnell's going to scoop that one up. Play it weakly along the board. It's going to be scooped up by RMU. Looking to put that one on net from a sharp angle. Porter's going to put that one aside. They're going to play that one back up to the point. Nice stalk there by Mackenzie. Here she goes. She's off to the races with speed coming in. And fanned on it a little bit. Couldn't quite get all of that one. Regardless, it still got on net. Made Lalone have a lot of effort to save that one. But wow, that's a tough break there. Really good opportunity there for Mackenzie, and she just couldn't quite find that one on the blade of her stick. Mountaineers going to hold possession there. They're going to dump that one back in. Some really good chance for the Mountaineers on this shorthanded stint for them. Got about 40 seconds, I believe, left on this penalty, as RMU is hemmed in their own zone, trying to find some offensive light here. They're going to play that one through the neutral zone. It's going to skip over the stick, and then it's going to be grabbed by another RMU player, and then Porter is going to grab that one and stop the play in its tracks for a whistle and a face-off.
Yeah, but back to Mackenzie's breakaway chance. My, that was close. It was one of those where you had to get a little fancy to be able to beat Lalone down on the other end, and it just fell off your stick. And
it's exactly right. I mean, and you know, I give her credit. She had her head up the whole time. She wasn't puck watching or anything like that. She's skating as hard as she can, trying to catch up to that one, and it just kind of slipped off the stick. Regardless, Lalone still had to make a save on the play. It could have been like one of those cool like no-shot goals, you know, where you fake the shot and then the puck just trickles off your stick and into the net. But regardless, Mountaineers are still up 3-1, as the penalty will be coming to an end pretty soon, and the Mountaineers are going to rim that one into their offensive zone, put some pressure on. Nice play by Kelly there, and then that one Lalone is going to see all the way through. Shot from a tough angle pretty far away is going to be snagged by Lalone. Offensive zone face-off, though, coming up here for the Mountaineers. 9:52 left in the third period. It's good to see the women's team having some fun on the bench. They're dancing a little bit. They're having a good time. We have to give credit to our music man down there. It's either Richard or Colleen. I believe it's Richard.
Richard is that
or not
here
Richard,
today.
It's Patrick, pardon me. I believe it's Patrick on the music. He's been putting some bangers on, as we like to say. He's going to play that one into the corner there. It's going to be scooped up by West Virginia, though. Mackenzie's going to skate out with this one, but it's going to get turned over. RMU's now going to have possession. Nifty move there. Looking for an opportunity. Loose in front of the net. Kicked away by Porter, but it's going to be held in by RMU. And then Porter's going to whack that one away with her stick to the corner. RMU's going to play that one along the other side of the boards. It's going to be held in the zone by Sarah Killen. She's going to put that one to the back of the, behind the net, pardon me. Held in once again by RMU, and then looking for a tip there was RMU. Didn't quite get it, and then it's loose in front of the net, and then a sprawling was Porter there on that play. It just kind of trickled out to the side. She didn't have any idea where it was, but wow, she jumped on that one, and that's a scary one.
Yeah, that's one of those. I mean, Porter's on the other side there, and it rebound just comes out the other way, and you're scrambling to find it there, and you got to give credit once again to the Mountaineers being able to kind of clear the Colonials out of the crease there to be able to allow Porter to find the puck and dive across and get on top of that one.
Yeah, boy, that's a scary one.
But that was sitting basically right on the red line. That one was sitting basically right on the red line. Just waiting for a tap there.
Oh, that's a stressful one. That one gets the blood pressure up a little bit. 8:50, just under 8:50 left to play here. RMU's going to try and play that one to the front, but McKenna Kelly is going to grab this one. She's going to hustle after it. Jawing for it as she's going to come up with possession and put a shot. Tough angle there. Just needed a couple more feet of space to get a little bit more on that one. Nice job by the Mountaineers, though, to keep that one in the zone. RMU's now going to play that one out, and then it's going to be held. Played over to O'Donnell. She's going to dump that one in. That should be icy. Nope, we're still in the box. I might be crazy. I think West Virginia on that last penalty, it must have been called for a major because double minor. Okay.
So there we go. Now Hewitt's out of the box.
Hewitt is now out of the box. I'm like, how is Hewitt still in the box? Okay, there we go. Problem solved. As it's going to be played now into the RMU defensive zone as they're going to look to get that one out. Lost in the feet there, but then a nice play through the neutral zone. It's going to be scooped up now, though, by the Mountaineers. Nice play by O'Donnell through neutral zone. She's going to gain the blue line. Put that one into the slot, and that one's going to be covered up and then loose, and it's in the net. It looked like Lalone had that one, but then it came out. And that's going to be O'Hagan leading the charge there. She's happy about that one. Nice job by her to crash that rebound. If she sees that the puck's loose, and she's gonna jab at it, and that's exactly what she did, and that puck is gonna go in. Tough one for Lalone. She looked to be arguing her case that she had possession of that one, but the refs don't see it that way. It is now 4-1 Mountaineers with 7:32 left in the period.
I will say, and even with that, credit to the Mountaineers there as well, and O'Hagan on that one. As Lalone basically was like, oh, I have control of the puck.
Yep.
I'm just not going to be, and they kind of gave up before the whistle.
Exactly, you're exactly
right
about
that. And West Virginia played right to the whistle there.
As my dad would say, it's called, what is it, picking up the trash or taking out the trash, something like that. It means you're whacking at the puck and you are putting the puck in the net. Something that he used to say. I don't know. He used to say it to me before my hockey games as a kid. I don't think I ever listened to it very much. I didn't think anything much of it. I'll have to ask him about that.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to play towards the whistle. And if you're alone, you got to make sure you had that thing secured all the way until the refs blow the whistle.
Well, and it goes for your 5 other players out on the ice. They're all kind of crowding around her in that situation, expecting the whistle, and they didn't get that whistle. So that's why we're up 4-1 right now. Shot there goes wide. Quirin's going to now grab this one. She's going to try and put that one in front of the net. It was actually blocked by her own teammate. Quirin's now going to chase that one down. It's going to go up to Hewitt now, just ahead of the blue line. Shot on net. That one's going to go high and wide of the net. And now it's going to be Patton who's going to jump in on this play, try and whack that one, keep it in the offensive zone, but it's going to come out. RMU could have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. And then that one, Porter came a little bit outside of the boundaries of the net there to grab that one. RMU's going to be held along the boards. They're going to put that one, and then it's going to be scooped up by the Mountaineers. RMU looking for a penalty behind the net there. No call on that play, though, as they've got to get this puck out. Nice job there. West Virginia in the neutral zone as RMU's now going to take this one back into their own defensive zone.
Good
Attempted
job
bank
there.
play there, but West Virginia saw that one all the way through, broke that one up. Nice job there to keep it in their own in the offensive zone. Board battle behind the RMU net now. Comes just out of reach, and then a nice keep in there by Kelly, but then she couldn't quite, that one got lost in her feet. No icing on that. Actually, no, that will be icing, as there's now 5:35 left in the third period with another West Virginia offensive zone faceoff.
I didn't quite see what happened, but you had a Robert Morris player down on the ice there, and then she puts her arm up like she wants a penalty, and yet she's sitting on top of Porter's stick.
Exactly.
So it's
I don't really know how you get into that situation right there. You can't call for it if you're essentially the guilty party in there.
And if
LeBert,
credit there again, West Virginia. Porter's without her stick.
Yep.
There, and West Virginia is able to get it deep and everything, and allow Porter to go back behind the net
Exactly.
to
I
gather
don't
her
even know
stick
how it
up.
gets back there, but nice job by them to take the pressure off her and just allow her to settle down and grab that stick and then be ready for the next play. Neutral zone pass. Nice job there. McKenna Kelly just kind of lost that one, put it a little bit too far in front. Now it's going to be scooped up by RMU. They look to play that one along the boards, but it's going to get intercepted. Kelly is going to come up with that one. Nice pass to LeBert. LeBert's got a shooting lane, and that one just goes wide of the net, and then Kelly tried to put that one back on net, and Lalone's going to pounce on that one and cover it. 4:56 left. Mountaineers up 4-1.
And I think Robert Morris might have gotten away with a bit of a too many men there for a second.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a traffic jam because the play was happening right in front of the boards as they were trying to change. I think you're right about that.
And it hit
one.
a player's, I saw it hit a player's skate when she was going off the bench there. So I think Robert Morris might have escaped one there, which almost might have been the icing on the cake in this one.
You're exactly right about that. You definitely do. If you're RMU, it's a long shot to get 3 goals within the next 4 minutes and 40 seconds. But if you take a penalty, there goes 2 minutes of your time right there, as Porter's going to grab that one. There was a shot from just ahead of the red line. She's going to see that one all the way through. No problem for Caitlin Porter there. Sitting on just 1 goal against for her right now. So this is going to be a great, as long as everything stays together, barring a monumental collapse, Caitlin Porter is going to look to have a great game.
And the one goal, she couldn't do anything about.
You're exactly right about that. I mean, nothing that you can do to stop a puck like that. As here comes West Virginia. McKenzie giving pressure, but RMU's going to keep pressure of that through the neutral zone. They're going to put that one in deep. It's going to be Hewitt that's going to be giving pressure on that play. Going to be stuck along the boards, and then Porter's going to put that one to the other corner. There's going to be another delayed penalty. It's going to be on West Virginia. That's correct. So they're going to be heading to the box.
This, I will say, is – oh, no, it's Robert Morris. Why did West Virginia touch the puck and they blew the whistle then? I'm so confused. Because Robert Morris had possession when the arm went up.
So you're exactly right.
And then West Virginia touched the puck and the whistle was blown.
It should have just been an instant. It should have been an instant whistle since RMU had the puck. I'm very confused
and yet
about that.
RMU is now the one in the box, but
regardless, it's Mountaineer power play,
yeah.
And this should be the icing on the cake, goal or not. RMU is shorthanded. Patton's going to play that one along the board. She's going to look to get that one to Quirin. Couldn't quite find her on that one, though, but West Virginia's going to maintain possession behind the net. Look to play this one up to the point. Patton's going to have this one. Got a little shooting lane, and a nice job there by Lalone to get that one to the corner. West Virginia now with the puck again. That's going to be blocked in front of the net. Jabbing at it is RMU, but West Virginia is still going to maintain possession. Played back to Patton there. She's got some time and space. Looks like she's going to pass that one over. Winding up for that shot. That one just goes wide. Patton can't quite keep that one in. That one had a lot of juice on it. And then a bouncing puck there. RMU's going to now have a little bit of a chance here. That one goes high and wide as Quirin's now going to scoop this puck up along the board, try and get this one out, let West Virginia get back to doing power play things. As here comes West Virginia. McKenna Kelly put a shot on it. That one got whacked away. And then that one's going to just escape the offensive zone. And then here comes RMU, putting a far shot on net. Porter's going to leave that for her teammate to scoop up. And then here comes West Virginia out of their own defensive zone. through the neutral zone. Here's Quirin skating with the puck. She's going to take it behind the net. She's going to play that one back up to the point. Holding that one is Hewitt. Hewitt's shot gets blocked, and then RMU's going to look to skate this one out. And then that one's going to go all the way down. That one's going to be a good clear for RMU. O'Donnell's going to grab this puck behind the West Virginia net. She's going to stop for a second. Porter's getting big in front of the RMU player, trying to distract her. I love when goaltenders do that. And then that one should go all the way down for an icing. Yes, it will. That one just went over the stick of Kylie McKenzie, so it's going to head all the way back down to the defensive zone of West Virginia. 2:14 left in this Sunday matinee slash early. Oh my goodness, it's Saturday. Thank goodness it's Saturday. Sunday, what was, we had the D2 game before this one. That was our matinee game, and then we've got our early evening game right now. West Virginia's going to win that face-off in the defensive zone. They're going to send a stretch pass up to Kylie McKenzie. Here she's got speed. If she can hurry, cutting to the middle now. She's going to stay outside, look for a pass opportunity, and just couldn't quite find O'Hagan on that one. O'Donnell's got to get back on it. Power play has come to an end. Thank you, Ian. And then that one's going to get blocked between the West Virginia skaters. And then O'Hagan, nice pass there. McKenzie. And then a nice play there. And then RMU's going to grab that puck in the defensive zone, looking to get that one out, but it's going to be regained in possession by West Virginia. And then a nice job here by Crabb. It's loose, and it's a goal for the Mountaineers. O'Hagan once again. 2-goal game for O'Hagan. Have yourself a game, Kira O'Hagan, in the same spot essentially. It was the initial shot that was blocked. Kira O'Hagan puts away the rebound. And I just got confirmation from my dad. You say, wait, what is it? Cleaning up the garbage. Clean up the garbage. There you go. That's what it is right there.
Big props there.
Big props there to Dad for helping me out there with that saying.
This isn't quite the game Malone was looking for, especially coming back to our home state of West Virginia here is from Wellsburg, West Virginia there, the sophomore.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, but, you give her a lot of credit. She's faced a lot of shots in this game, and up until, this third period, it was a 2-1 game. So,
yeah, she did
played
an incredible job.
Very, very good tonight. As there's just over 1 minute left, we're going to come up on that 1 minute warning. Here comes LeBert, though. That one got whacked away from her.
I mean, a big part of it really wasn't on her. It looks like it's more on the defense there of the Colonials.
Exactly.
You got to be able to clear those rebound opportunities out.
Yeah, you got to support your goaltender in a situation like that. You can't have the puck just loose in front of you. As a goaltender, you don't want to come out too far and overcommit to a shot that's, 4 or 5 feet out in front of you, because if you miss, then you're really, really out of position. Your defensemen have to be able to get that puck out for you so that you can maintain your strong position in the net and getting ready for another shot.
And without those rebounds and stuff today, if Ron Morris did just a little bit of a better job cleaning those up, right now it'd only be a, 2-1 game, 3-1 game?
You're exactly right about that. But coming up on the final 30 seconds, we're looking at a final score. Quirin's going to now have this puck along the board. She's going to play that one into the slot, but it's going to be picked up. Hollinsworth loses that puck. RMU with a couple of final opportunities. That one had some heat on it, but that one's going to go all the way down, and that should pretty much do it for this game. 15 seconds left. It's going to be Catherine Wilson holding this one, and now Hollinsworth is going to grab this one. She's going to put that one into the RMU zone, and that will do it for you, folks. Your final for your women's D2 game. West Virginia 5, RMU 1. What a showcase they put on today as they all go down towards the star of the game, Caitlin Porter. I mean, you can say Kira O'Hagan, she also had a fantastic game. 2 goals for her, but Caitlin Porter, what a game from her today. And we are cueing Country Roads as they come up for the handshake line.
Yeah, and I mean, you even could say that you could even have players of the game today, as it was, you just look at the entire defenseman on West Virginia's sideline, keeping the pucks in. They did a fantastic job today, and that is going to close out 2025 here on the Mountaineer Hockey Network.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
We close out 2025 with a win. The women's team closes out 2025 with a win, and that is going to do it for all of Mountaineer hockey for 2025. Next time we're with you, it's going to be 2026, and we're not going to be back with you until late January.
That is crazy.
It is here, yeah. The next home game here, the next time you will hear from us on the Mountaineer Hockey Network, it will be the weekend of January 23rd is going to be the next time they do it, as the teams will come back and all the teams will be on the road there to begin that first weekend, that 16th, 17th. We'll be back on the 30th, but from all of us here, from all of the interns with Mountaineer Hockey, we wish you all a happy holidays, everything with that. And with that, that's all we have for you here from the Hope Gas Ice Pavilion. Ian Murray, Andrew Kakey with you, and our entire crew. Have a happy holidays, everyone.